Because our students, especially students like Bailey, learn at a different pace. It might be a slower pace, it might need lots of repetition, lots of reinforcement, pairing visuals with the actual items. So it's a step-by-step process. So it is so essential for him to start this young and to really, push it going forward and reinforce that skill going forward. Our goal is to make them as independent as possible. He doesn't need somebody with him all the time. So if somebody, is helping him in the daytime and say, hey, go put on your coat, we're gonna get ready to go out. That's one thing that he can do all by himself. Every month we practice the skill just to make sure that he's, maintaining it. So it went from a daily practice to a bi-monthly, now monthly, and hopefully he's got it from now on. So he's doing awesome. My name is Kristen, and I am Spectrum360.
Working with someone like Theo, it's really just finding the way to push him a little farther. Theo has great capabilities. At first this might be new, it might be difficult, might be a little overwhelming or a little anxious at first, but really just explaining it to him and showing him that he can do it just with a little extra assistance. They all have tremendous capabilities, and it's just really pushing them to that next level. Theo right now has the life skills ready for the outside world. He's independent, he has great self-care, tasks and routines, but I really feel like just giving him more knowledge and pushing him beyond his limits academically, it's gonna just open him up to new opportunities in the future that he may not have had if we didn't open these doors for him. My name is Sal, and I am Spectrum360.
Stephanie would potentially get out of her seat, try to put her hands on a staff member or another student. She might engage in grabbing, she might hit or even attempt to kick someone. So what we did is we identified an appropriate replacement behavior, and that means that we found a better way of Stephanie to access what she wanted. Once Stephanie trusted in the staff that they were going to deliver or honor that request that she made, we started to see her accept those prompts, those directions. For this entire year, she has not required any prompts to be able to appropriately make these requests and engage in this functional communication.
I don't feel safe working in the class.
In what class?
In this class.
To use language appropriately instead of engaging in problem behavior is going to make her much more successful in any program or any avenue that she ends up going for in her future. My name is Megan, and I am Spectrum360.
People on the autistic spectrum, tends to fall on the wayside, while here you have, a day program, and then you have opportunity to find a job. You have someone to work with you until you're comfortable in the job. And my hope for Kendall is that he'll be independent in everything he does. Man, I have the greatest job in the world. Just the successful, of one person, make me, feel like I'm actually taking a stand or making an impact in these people's life. He just goes straight to work. I don't need to tell him that, do this, this, this. He knows what to do. I'm just here, giving him a little bit of assistance when he needed. He already landed this job, and he's about to be independent at this job. So the sky's the limit. My name is Rossi, and I am Spectrum360.
When Angelina started with us, she was very passive and timid. She would just sit in the chair, really didn't want to get up and try things. She definitely wouldn't try any of the food. We'd ask her to get involved and maybe stir or measure out ingredients, and she was very, very hesitant to make a mistake. Oh, Angelina, she's like my sous chef. So she's running my after-school programs with me on Wednesdays. It's a peer-to-peer mentor thing. The other students buy into it because she's one of them. And I just kind of like stand in the background and just kind of lead like the orchestra and tell her where to go. And then we have it's like a conversation. It's like 2 hours of a conversation with a bunch of friends in the kitchen. My name is Mike and I am Spectrum360.
Alexa was a pretty shy person, didn't really talk too much or vocalize whenever she needed help. This happens from student to student, but we noticed that Alexa had quite a bit of nervousness and shyness when it came to asking for help. This posed to be quite the challenge. She's gone from not knowing too much about editing to really knowing the Premiere Pro suite very well. We can give her independent editing assignments, and she's able to complete them pretty well, very quickly too. I can honestly see someone like Alexa getting a job in this field with the amount of knowledge that she's picked up with us and her progress from where she was in the beginning to now being just so dramatic.
He taught me the razor tool, the ripple delete tool, the effects and transitions, the effect controls, even the ultra key tool so that I could add a background to my videos. I feel I'm confident enough to succeed in a workplace.
My name is Vincent and I am Spectrum360.